Hi everybody, good morning. My name is Devinder Yadav. Today the topic of my presentation is supply chain collaboration in achieving a company strategy. First of all, we start from the backgrounds. The first point of the background is academic and consultants have intensely advocated supply chain collaboration since the mid 1990s under the banner of concepts such as collaborative forecasting planning and the continuous replenishment and the vendor managed inventory. The second point is it has widely been accepted that creating a unified, coordinated supply chain results in increased openness and lower inventory costs. There are many success stories in industries. The next point is the concepts are simple and powerful. Collaboration practices are not well understood. They are not defined as a one would expect. For some people or industries, supply chain collaboration means having a consignment stock to some people and others. The last point is this is mean that the stock is controlled, replaced and production rate through a several supply chain system tiers. Now we talk about the supply chain collaboration. What is supply chain collaboration? Supply chain collaboration has the various definitions or practices of the inter-firm partnership that are established to gain advantages in spreading or pooling risk, cost sharing, or the ability to access resources in the supply chain is a relationship developed between supply chain members for a long time for a mutual benefits and goal attainment such as lowering risk and improving market value. Transfers when a merging spanning relationship exists between mutually dependent companies who work together for common success. In simple terms, the supply chain can be defined as when two or more firms work closely together to meet mutual objectives. In the model of the supply chain collaboration, to improve collaboration, you need to consider all the components of a solution, like people, process, and the system, which is shown in the diagram, and the understood that information comes from the two firms, which is structured and the unstructured. For the next, we talk about the application of supply chain collaboration in achieving a company strategy. Pharmaceutical companies used collaborative product tracking and RFID radio frequency identification techniques to prevent a counterfeit good from the infiltrating their supply chain. The reseller partners, the pharmacy, also benefit from the RFID to improve stock management of product with the shorter shelf lives. Real financial benefit can also be qualified in the various cases. OfficeMax, the American office supplier retailer, collaborated with its supplier to increase revenue by more than 22%, achieve product availability of more than 99%, decrease inventory by 34%, and save more than $11 million in a logistic cost. Next, we talk about the demonstrations of the theory. Effective collaboration process like impetus, leadership and trust, strategies, practice, and evaluate. In the impetus, the external funding, economic problem, opportunity, and external pressure. And for the next to the leadership and trust, the strong leadership helps to make a happen. Trust can be built by meeting regularly, discussing common issues and challenges. In this strategy, agree the partnership focus on the assessment of the area strength and the weakness and the review opportunities. In the practices, identify specific object and identical who can help to make a happen, dentally ensure their unexpectedness and evaluate, keep the reviewing how it is progressive. This can be informal and formal depending on the stage and collaboration. Further, we talk about the goal planning framework. It is the relevancy for goes to objective and the assessments and the elegant. For the next last one is flexibility, the supply chain collaboration spectrum. Now we'll talk about the who is involved in supply chain collaboration. There are many people involved in supply chain collaborations like supplier, manufacturer, retailer, and warehousing. Any two or more firms that depend on each other to supply an end customer should be ready to collaborate. For example, a raw material supply many collaborate with the one or more transport company. A manufacturer might collaborate with the retailer sell to a products. A manufacturer may collaborate with the raw material supplier. A manufacturer might collaborate with a media company advertise its products. And further, a manufacturer collaborate with the distributors and the wholesaler to sell the products. Now we talk about the how is supply chain collaboration evolving, which is starting from the 1980s to 2000s. In the 1980s, it started from the just-in-time and the vendor manager inventory in 1985. In the 1990s, is efficient consumer response, and the 2000s is profit chain integration. Many organizations have realized that need for collaboration, and this is a new culture that is developing. The this is the way of the collaboration has become a familiar catchword in the supply chain world. The collaboration is not an easy thing for company to arise. Company must trust each other having mutual goal in the 1997, and the many companies are being made of the help for web developments. Now we talk about the supply chain collaboration level. In the collaboration framework, there are four phases. First one is consistent communication, phase two is transaction automation, and phase three is share operating data, and the last one is business process integration. It is from the supplier to a customer. The cross-functional communication on supply chain and issue and the opportunities. In the phase 2 purchase order ASN invoices with supplier to a customer, and the phase 3 is the forecast POS data leads to improve our decision making with the supplier and customer. In the phase 4 the re-end process shared benefit plans capacity and contains with the supplier and customer. There are supply chain collaboration levels in the transaction integration, supply chain management, information sharing, and the plan collaboration, which are discussed in the next part. In transaction integration, there are the level of comparison, the computerization of company procedure and transaction by using ADI and other internet sources. At the implementation level, company involved exchange transaction information. In the second point, supply chain management information sharing, the proprietary tool and the internet are some of the sources that are involved in the level. They are used to provide information about the associates. The information is used in making the required decision. The information shared may include. And the last point, planned collaboration. The level involves you and all the partners to share reward and risk involved process design and joint planning. Your company and your partner will making a joint decision issue and revolving critical supply events, enhancing sale and operating planning. Now we talk about the top ways to implement supply chain collaboration. There are 5 points. First one is identify mutual goal. Second, engage in long-term collaboration. Third is benefit sharing agreement. Fourth one is collaborate in area of shared stability or success. And the last one is optimize your workforce and infrastructure. Now we talk about the step to successful collaboration. There are 6 steps to successful collaboration. Collaborate in area where you are comfortable in. Company should not use collaboration to fill gaps. To achieve successful collaboration, company should build collaboration on strength instead of weakness. The collaboration aims to make a profit and not losses. So it is important to collaborate in area where you are comfortable, ensuring that you are not damaging the partnership by bringing unwanted risk. Turn win to lose situation into win to win opportunity with the correct benefit sharing model. To turn win to lose situation to win opportunity. The collaboration should assure equivalent profit for a partner involved. The parties should agree on benefit sharing model. The benefit can be a cost reduction and the price cut. In third point, choose associate depending on competence, strategy objectives, and value potential. There are 3 things. First one is availability of aggregate potential value in joining force, and second one is associate have adequately mutual strategy benefit to substance the partnership, and the third one is associate have a correct infrastructure or resources and the procedure ready to provide a partnership foundation. Fourth point is invest in the right infrastructure and people. Firm should not be undervalue the asset need to a collaboration to be successful. A company should be careful while selecting the right partner. with the same goal as you have a necessary source that can improve your collaboration. Both parties should be assigned sources to their collaboration at the beginning of the partnership. And the fifth one is institute a shared performance management system. A good performance management system help a firm make sure that all long-standing projects are on the right path and they provide the expected outcome. All the associates have to use a common performance management system by creating common target merits and joint monitoring progress, which is destroy the many collaboration hardware. Last but not the least, collaborate for the long term. When a company is starting a collaboration, it should make sure that the other parties have same goal and objective. Ensure that the line of communication is clear. The main ingredient to a successful collaboration is endurance and determination and energy. Both parties need to understand that a lot of time of effort will needed to handle initial hardship to make a new collaboration work. All parties should conduct mutual, lasting planning. Thus, all parties can appreciate one another long-term goal and how two parties will work together. Now we talk about the benefit of supply chain collaboration. There are three people to a benefit. First one is customer, material supplier, and the service supplier. The benefit to a customer is reduced inventory, increased revenue, lower order management cost, higher gross margin, better forecast accuracy, and the better allocations. The benefit to a material supplier, which is reduced inventory, lower warehousing cost, and the lower material cost, and the fewer stock condition. The benefit to a service supplier, which is lower freight cost, faster and more reliable delivery, lower capital cost, reduced descriptions, and a lower fixed cost. The benefit to all of them is supply chain collaboration increases product flow, it improves the consumer satisfaction. Collaboration improves end-to-end visibility. It improves the supply chain relation and the promoters. And the collaboration incurs a competitive advantages. Now we talk about the why supply chain collaboration fail. The problem of facing the supply chain contains a more complex, making it hard to maintain. And the business face greater unpredictable and the uncertain. The time taken to make serious decisions to increasing intensely cutting into a company's bottom line, like shown in a diagram, which is reinforcing interaction among emerging and existers, which is skill-based stumbling and blocks, which is affected by organizations and the complexities, and the further next to a wall resistance, which is affected by the structure of the sisters. Last but not the least, theory being applied. Example of some brand in supply chain collaboration: Red Bull and GoPro, Apple and Nike, Spotify and Uber, Flipboard and Airbnb, Mastercard and Apple. At the end of the presentation, here is some references which is related to our topic, and if you want to get more information, go through with this. At the end of the presentation, here are some references which are related to topic, and if you want to get more information, go through with this. Today we will discuss about supply chain collaboration and achieving our company strategies. Thank you for listening.